Alright folks, Pitching Case 88, we are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Let's head on to the next case where we learned that the professor has died. Ooh, lashing out. And it looks like he got really, hurt badly. Yeah, we know. Yep, Mia came to us. What tells what happened? We found Professor Charles' body in the forest on the university grounds. They must have gotten, yep. Go to the forest and recover the body now. Oh man, that means he had something to tell us. Oh man. Oh, it got a combo frenzy. Maybe they do that just because the case was late. Cool. Well, that'll help the grind for sure. There's obviously the body. There's a dragonfly. There's a mound of earth. Yeah. Plastic cups right there. There's a plastic cup. Rabbit and boot. Nice. Oh my goodness, Ace. Professor Charles is definitely dead. You're right. Judging by his wounds, the state of his shirt, it looks like he was tied and whipped to death. Ace, this is really disturbing. Imagine the anger it takes to whip someone to death. Whoever did this clearly felt no pity for the professor. But I agree. It's time to focus on the clues. There's a weird smell coming from that mound of dirt. We better look through it. Wait, it's a text from Kathy. She says Courtney's still at the scenic viewpoint. Where should Kathy track her down earlier? Well, as a known Ad Astra, Courtney is our top suspect. If we're done with crime scene, we need to rush over there and interrogate her. She seems heartless. I mean, you gotta go with people that are gonna be just completely heartless in this situation. Alright. Hey, morning, Secret Agent Ace. Have you come to enjoy the view? Well, not exactly. We're here because Charles has been murdered. Murdered? What are you talking about? We already know what I'm talking about. Rosetta ordered Ad Astra to take care of him. We found her secret message in a Halloween card. Oh, seriously? You found a Halloween card and now you're accusing me of murder? Cut the act, Miss Guerrera. If you're innocent, where were you all night? You turned off your phone so you couldn't be tracked, didn't you? I was up here all night, gazing at the stars. I wanted a bit of peace and quiet. And now, since you clearly have nothing to charge me, I'm going home. Not so fast. We know that Aziz Patel is also part of Ad Astra. Tell us where he is. What am I, his babysitter? I have no clue where he is. Alright. Yep. We'll have you behind bars in the blink of an eye. Yeah, I don't think she does. I mean, I totally think she does. I think we should search the professor's office, then I'm right behind you. Perfect. Sorry guys, I have not even read chat. I am so engaged in trying to figure this out. This has got me awake. Like previous cases and stuff, I've been, half asleep sometimes when I wake up, but it's 2:45 in the morning and I am like on edge. Alright, so there's a clock, there's a lock. Where's the lock picking set? I don't know where that is. There it is. Okay, and then there, it looks like a notebook down there. Yep. And then the bell. Okay, good, that's a clue, so that means I don't lose any time, and sweet. I should be able to have gotten another star. Perfect. Actually, did more on this one. So this is the professor's office. Let's hope we can find something which will explain why Rosetta wanted her old mentor dead, Ace. You found some lockpicks. It's highly unlikely that they belong to the philosophy professor. Someone must have broken into his office. Collecting some of that hair on the lockpicks might lead us to our mystery intruder. And look at that. The agenda belongs to Aziz. We finally have something that can help us track him down. You need to crack that lock and quick. And you're right. We better restore the torn paper too. We need every clue we can get if we're to solve the professor's murder. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Well, I have a star. I might as well use it. They still made it impossible to search through all this stuff. Yep. How long did it take? It used to take me like 5 seconds. Now it's 12 seconds. It's ridiculous. Anyways, Ace, you found a handkerchief with a weird bird logo on the mountain dirt, and you were right. This is where this weird smell is coming from. This handkerchief stinks of chloroform. I agree. It makes perfect sense that the killer would have used chloroform to render the professor unconscious. Yep. Let's get a mirror to check this handkerchief out. It could be just the lead we need. Yeah, Ricky, sorry. I was so interested I forgot to start the body, but I definitely did. And we have the handkerchief started. Perfect. So I'm going to go grab some stars, guys. I'll be right back. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Like Case on Facebook. Let's examine some of this stuff. We grabbed a whole bunch of stars. Had a lot of time to do it. We were lucky enough to have the, let's see, 15511. The hint, or the combo meter filled. So that was really nice. 915. Oops. 51951. That was just me not calculating that in my head. 9, 5, 1, 6, 9. There we go. That shouldn't have been 7. I finished that at like 6. Ace, you got a Zeeb's agenda unlocked, but the writing is faded. Zeeb's the only other known member of Ad Astra, so hopefully recovering that text will give it a shot at figuring out where he is. You know, we're probably going to find, a lot more people from Ad Astra in this. Oh, that's a little disgusting. Well, let's get the data you collected from the lockpicks to the lab base. Hopefully it'll tell us who broke into the professor's office. Yeah, that doesn't look like hair from your head, so that's a little disconcerting. Oh, student president. Interesting. Polly O'Brien. That name sounds familiar. Hey, this is a student council election with Polly O'Brien. That's right. You're right. This Polly was at the Halloween party last night. I agree. If her flyer is here, then she might have spoken to the professor recently. We should talk to Polly. Yep. 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 Girlfriend. Alright, so what do they have? So according to Azib's agenda, he went to the Grimsboro Rock Festival after the Halloween party. He didn't strike me as a rock fan, Ace. You're right, that's all the more reason to check this out. Let's head to the festival and find Azib. Ooh, we get to go to the festival. Nice. Don't be hesitant. Vote for Polly O'Brien for student president. Wow, you're up bright and early for someone who spent most of the night at the Halloween party, Miss O'Brien. Oh, secret agent Ace. That's because I decided to work on my campaign for student president. I figured to take my mind off my boyfriend's murder. Well, I'm afraid we have more bad news for you. Professor Charles has been murdered. When did you last see him? Wait, he's dead? That's awful. I left that flyer on his desk, but I'm afraid I didn't know him well. I wasn't in any of his classes. Well, we're looking into something called Ad Astra in connection with his death. Do you know anything about them? Astra, isn't that like a car? That'll be all for now, Miss Bryan. Don't hesitate to let us know if anything comes to you. Is she playing dumb? She might be just playing dumb. Hey, Mr. Patel, there you are. Are you really a rock fan, or did you think you could hide here from Secret Agent Ace? Well, I'm not hiding. I was just listening to the Lone Roses. That's it. Stop playing dumb. We found the Halloween card Rosetta gave you in prison. We know she wanted you and your friends to take care of Professor Charles. Oh, great. So you found the card. Yeah, we know what else we found. The body of Professor Charles. He was murdered in the forest. Well, I don't know anything about a murder. I was here at the festival all night. Listen up, Mr. Patel. Even if you haven't done anything wrong, you're going to be in big trouble if you discover you're covering for someone. Be smart. Tell us who else is in Ad Astra. Well, no offense, Secret Agent Ace, but if you had proof against anyone, you wouldn't be here talking to me. He's not wrong. Ace, did you know that France has produced some of the greatest philosophers of all time? One of my favorite quotes is from Voltaire. He said, "Those who can make you believe absurdities can also make you commit atrocities." Well, if only our philosophy professor had taken that line to heart before taking Rosetta and her friends under her wing. Anyway, what can you tell us about this particular atrocity, Martine? Well, as you guessed, Professor Charles was whipped to death. He was struck between 20 and 30 times, but the shock probably killed him before the final blow. What's interesting is how he was attached to the trees. You see, the rope was expertly tied to keep him in place while he was whipped. And that means you're looking for a killer who knows how to tie knots. This takes us back to season 1. Knot tying used to be a very big clue. It seemed like a lot of the cases in season 1, if they tied a knot, you were going to be guilty. So what about this handkerchief we found at the crime scene, Amir? Well, I can confirm that there was both chloroform on the handkerchief and around Professor Charles' mouth and nose. So you were right. Our killer uses a handkerchief to knock out our victim, Ace. Yeah, but that's not all. You probably noticed the logo in the corner. I couldn't identify it, so I called the one person who knows the university better than anyone, Kathy. Well, that logo was easy to identify, even for someone with as little school spirit as me. It belongs to the university football team, the Grimsboro Quails. There's no doubt about it, Ace. If your killer had that handkerchief, they must support the Grimsboro Quails. So our killer supports them. Well, we already knew they were a student Grim U. Hopefully this will narrow it down. Were we positive they were a student? I mean, you say they're a student, but that seems like an assumption. I mean, you may very well could be right, but it could be a teacher. You never know. Alright, Ace, I'll cut to the chase. The hair you found on those lockpicks belonged to Lucius Roth. Wait, that creepy behavioral scientist who wrote an essay on torture? That's him. He's the one who broke into Professor Charles's office. Uh-oh. He gives off seriously sinister vibes. And now he's broke into a teacher's office. It's like he thinks the rules don't apply to him. We need to question him, Ace. Hey, can you explain why you broke into Professor Charles' office? We found your lockpicks. Oh, that. Well, the end justifies the means, Secret Agent Ace. You see, Professor Charles had checked out a library book I needed for my thesis. He was in his office, and so I wasn't about to let a locked door stand in the way of academic brilliance, so I broke in. Wow, the end justifies the means. Interesting. What if I told you the professor has been murdered? Well, that's unfortunate. But if you think you're going to pin on me because of a book, you got another thing coming, Secret Agent Ace. Well, you're lucky we're not pressing charges against you for breaking and entering, Mr. Roth. Instead, we'll settle for telling the dean about your antics. Yep. Well, we are pretty sure they're at Astra. They don't have to be students. They probably are. What if the dean is part of Ad Astra? Something over there. We found Ad Astra's meeting place. Oh, we found their meeting place. What? Say what? Alright guys, I'll see you guys in chapter 2. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.